So today we are taking a look at the new FIFA 20 update, and this one is a brand new one for this week. Last week we had an update, but this one is a different one. It's a brand new one. And yesterday I actually did put out a new faces video. That was all the new faces that got dropped with this update. But today's video is going to focus on the more specific stuff, the stuff that they've fixed and they've said they've changed. So we're going to go through the pitch notes. We're going to test a few things maybe, and I'm also going to be talking about the new faces from yesterday. Before we get into it though, if you do enjoy the video, remember to leave a thumbs up for me. It always helps the channel. And if you are new to the channel and you want to know all the latest in regards to FIFA updates, we talk about it every time there is one. So make sure you subscribe today. And also, we've got about 66% of you guys watching the videos but not subscribed. So help me out. Make sure you subscribe today if you haven't already. So the other day we got the tweet from EA Sports FIFA. The latest FIFA 20 title update is live on PC and coming to consoles later. So it's basically like last week. PC people get it early and the console people have to wait an extra day or something like that. It's usually by the end of the week and you get the same update as us. But anyway, let's start with new faces. So yesterday there was about 40 new faces that made their way into this update. I did the big compilation video, so if you want to check all the faces out, you can watch that video. And last week there was about 66 faces. About 40 of them were new and 20 something of them were legacy faces, but this week I don't think there was any legacy faces. These are just brand new faces. It does feature players from Arsenal. Well, there's only one player from Arsenal and that was Pepe. And two Atletico Madrid players, Sheffield United players, and faces from some South American clubs like Racing Club. I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head, but just like last week, you need to apply a squad update that comes out after the title update to get the new faces. So pretty much, don't panic when you see generic faces after you installed the title update on your PlayStation or something. You will have to wait for the squad update, which usually comes out like a day after the title update, and that unlocks all the new faces once you apply it. I will let you guys know in a squad update video when the time comes later on this week, but it's exactly the same process as last week, so whatever you did last week, just do it again this week. Do I think this is the last November update? Definitely not. I think there is going to be another one next week or in a few weeks' time. I am hoping that there is one, I'm just guessing at the moment, but I do think there is one. Based on history, we have had 2 November updates that happened last year with FIFA 19, and we're still waiting on some player faces as well. We've seen PSG scanned, we've seen Aston Villa scanned. I'm waiting on Norwich player faces as well, so I think there will be another bundle of faces in the future update as well in November. This year has been pretty good for player faces so far. Some players are still rocking those bad faces like Ozil and stuff. I wish they would update him, but overall it's been alright, it hasn't been too bad. We have seen a lot of new faces in FIFA 20, but I know there's people like me waiting to start their career modes because they want to get all the new faces into their save before they get going. And I guess if you're doing a Premier League long-term career mode, you would want to wait for the promoted team faces to make their way into the game. I think there's not much longer to wait now. Last year the player face updates finished by the time December started, so hopefully it's the same this year. If I was just a career mode player and I wasn't like a content creator, I would just buy the game in December because it has everything after and then you're good to go straight away. But I don't know, it's a bit annoying how you have to start a new career mode every time there's new player faces. Like after today's update, you have to start a new career mode. Even if you started one last week, you have to start a new one this week if you want the extra faces. So let's move on to some general gameplay fixes in this patch. So they've made the following changes. Shorten the time between the camera cutting away during penalty kick shootouts. Updated CPU AI decision making on free kicks for all difficulties in order to enable a wider variety of free kicks taken. This change does not impact free kick conversion rates, those continue to be impacted by the difficulty setting. Improved offside detection in situations where the player given offside was not involved in the play. Addressed instances of sideline characters getting stuck in place with their arms outstretched. So basically that T-pose thing that you see sometimes. So let's move on to some FIFA Ultimate Team updates. They've addressed the following issues. Desyncs when watching a FUT Champions channel replay in some situations. A non-functional button callout was present on the squad builder screen when making a concept squad. Turquoise blue bar was still displaying on the season objectives tile when a different tile was being highlighted. The My Friends text was displaying as undefined in some situations on the team select screen in FUT Friendly's couch play. In some rare instances, players were incorrectly unable to find opponents in FUT Rivals. Corrected the lighting of the opponent's squad screen to match the lighting normally used in the squad screen. These next two are PC only fixes. So the first one is in some situations the various tabs at the top of the squad screen were not displaying after toggling back and forth between screens repeatedly. And another PC only fix here, sometimes on the squad screen the arrows and numbers from the formation option would display for the other options. So that's pretty much it for Ultimate Team fixes, but let's move on to some career mode stuff. Apparently there is 3 fixes that they've done here with this update. The first one is the 5-star skill moves glitch. I think they've patched that, but we're going to test it out. and they reckon that it's gone. So it says created players having their skill moves and weak foot reset in situations where an increase to the stat was earned when the values were already at the max of 5. So I was wrong. Before I tested this out, like in previous videos a few weeks ago, I said that maybe they did fix it, but at the time I was testing it wrong. I was going from 4-star skill moves to 5-star skill moves, and then I said it was fixed, but I didn't know you had to be 5-star skill moves already and then unlock an extra star, and that's when it would stuff up. So I tested that wrong. I do apologize, but we'll test it out today because I know what to do now, and apparently that is fixed. So we're going to test out the 5-star skill move fix on career mode. This is the before the update. So, you know, I'm expecting this to fail. I've got 5-star skill moves on my guy already, and I've got 3 more dribbles to go before I unlock another star. And usually what would happen is that once you unlock the other star, you get no stars. So it would delete all your stars that you currently have. So we're going to test it out. I've got to do the next 3 dribbles. And this is what I didn't do before when I was testing it out a few weeks ago. So I've learnt what the issue was. Alright, so I've completed my extra dribbles here. And it looks like we've got no stars. As you can see, we went from 5 stars down to no stars. And that was basically the glitch that was happening to everyone. And basically it made play career mode unplayable once you unlocked the extra stars. So obviously now I can't do anything skill moves wise with my created player. But this is apparently fixed. We're going to go test it on the PC now with the latest update installed. Alright, so I've completed the dribbles and I've got another star now. And it looks like I kept my 5-star skill move. So it looks like they have fixed it. This is on a new career mode started after the update. I'm not sure if it works on previous ones, but they definitely have patched new career modes. The next one was being terminated from your manager position in some situations due to delegating contract negotiations, even in some situations where the manager was having significant team success that season. So pretty much, even if you're doing very well in the season, if you delegated your contract negotiations, you would get sacked for some reason. Apparently they've patched that. And the last one is text alignment issues on the table screen impacting goal difference and points. So you guys know when you check the league tables now, sometimes the numbers do stuff up. They've put an extra column of numbers there that aren't supposed to be there. It doesn't really make sense, but I think they've patched that now. We'll take a look at that as well. So this was the issue before the update. If you would go and check league tables from around the world, you'll notice that there is a points column that is empty, and then you have a column of numbers that don't really relate to anything that it should relate to. So as you can see, we've got 16, 14, 17, 13. We're not sure where they're supposed to be. So we are on the PC now after the update. Let's take a look at the other league tables from around the world. And it looks like the bug is gone. You can see the points column now has numbers. There's no blank spaces anymore. So that was a nice little fix. Next up, we move on to some Volta stuff. And there's not too much here. Usually I don't read the Volta stuff, but there's not too much here. They've fixed the following 4 issues. Some of the attribute boost arrows for chemistry were displaying on the wrong attributes for your current chemistry style. The harvester jacket was not correctly displaying on all avatars. Players were showing their age as negative 852 on the penalty kick selection screen. How do you get negative 852, man, as a player age? I don't even know. But they've also fixed this one. An overlay was incorrectly displaying in the top left corner when playing the first training drill of a session. And that's pretty much the end of Volta. Let's move on to some pro clubs where they've addressed the following issues. The overall rating for some players was displaying incorrectly in the pro club screen. This was a visual issue only. The virtual pro was performing with the proper attributes in gameplay. And yeah, there was actually only one pro club's fix there. So they've also made a general change. The Saudi Pro League is now known as the MBS Pro League. I guess there's like a licensing update there. So on the left is the before section, on the right is the after the update section. And basically the only change is in the text. Instead of saying Saudi Pro League, it says MBS Pro League. Also in the logo though, there is a different text. Instead of saying SPL, it now says MBS. And we also have some visual updates. So they've made the following changes. They've added in 39 new star heads, which we've already shown yesterday, and I already explained anyway. You have to wait for the server update. And there's also updates to multiple players, star heads, kits, crests, teams, banners, balls, trophies, and boots. I'm not sure exactly which ones are which, but I'm guessing we're going to find out in a few days as people do some investigating. And maybe there's more star heads that we haven't found yet. And they've also addressed the following issue. In some displays, there was a black line down the middle of the screen, while on the side, select screen. Now, Nick28T put out a good thing, and EA did not communicate any of these things that are major issues in FIFA at the moment. There's no update on button delay or server issues. There's no update on AI defending. There's no update on how slow unresponsive dribbling, shooting, and passing is. There's no update on blocking people from seeing home and away games in Foot Champions. And there's no update on dropback. So those are the current issues that people want to see fixed. The main issue online is the servers and the delay and stuff. And I don't think EA knows how to get that right so far.